What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to you with a quick video. Today we're gonna talk about Lauri and the Chicago Bulls just because they off to a good start. Not only that, they losing a lot of games, but they have the potential. Zach LaVine has been injured, hasn't played. Chris Dunn just came back for 2 games. He has to get in rhythm. He has to get used to his teammates. He has to get his game and learn the system and figure out where he can abuse his powers of speed, athleticism, and get where he wants on the court and help make his teammates better in doing so. You also have Lauri, who is the main focal point of this whole video, is that the guy has exceeded expectations. We really didn't know what we was gonna get. Even when he got drafted, we were like, oh, he can shoot, he can space. Well, that's every big man now. You got Dragon Bender. He can shoot, he can space, but he hasn't really been playing that well. And basically every center wants to be a guard. Every center wants to put the ball on the floor. Every center wants to shoot jumpers and threes and don't really want to post up. You have Porzingis, you got Cousins, you got AD doing it now. Marc Gasol, he's slower and he's even doing it now. And that's what the league basically has been. The thing I like about Lauri is that he has the versatility because he is 7 feet like Porzingis to play the 4 or the 5 because they have to play Mirotic, which they haven't did. And if they decide to keep Mirotic, he can play the 4, and if they don't, you can slide Lauri to the 4 and play Robin Lopez at the 5. It's a little traditional, but it's still a little new because Lauri can still shoot and space out the floor. But if he does, you can always put Mirotic at the 4 and play Lauri at the 5, and then you can have a lot of more open space, especially for people like Chris Dunn and Jerry Grant, the slashers that likes to get to the basket and like to use their athleticism. Basically that's their power, their special power. They like to use that to their advantage. And I like what they're doing with the Bulls. I feel like if you're going to get rid of Jimmy Butler, you have to get something good in return. And I feel like they did. I said it during the Jimmy Butler trade that I like Zach LaVine because he's a guy that's not scared of the big moment. He's a guy that likes to take the big shots. He's a guy that can shoot and space out the floor. He was a almost 40% three-point shooter. He showed that he can get you 20 points a game when he was with the Wolves because Andrew Wiggins, Zach LaVine, and Karl Anthony Towns all was averaging 20 points at one point. Then he got injured. Then he tore his ACL, and then his numbers went down, so it was a little misleading because when he was playing, he was putting up the numbers. Is he the defender that Jimmy Butler is? No, but he still is a quality shooting guard. He still is a floor spacer, and he do have athletic abilities to get to the rim at will sometimes, get out in fans break and just blaze people. He can play in the passing lanes, and most importantly, he can knock down the spot up in corner threes that teams focus on now. And he can make difficult shots and late second shots. He's a shot creator. Not only can he create shots for others, he can create shots for himself, and that's good for the late second shots. So I like Zach LaVine. I like Chris Dunn, but these players that have still more to prove, and that goes with Lauri too because we didn't really know what he was going to be. And I like him. He's going to be a solid player. The thing for him is he going to hit the rookie wall because people are going to get adjusted to him. People are going to study him. The scouts is going to, for the teams, they're going to be looking at what he likes to do, what he wants to do, and what he can do. And he's going to have to continue to make those adjustments so he can still be an effective player going down the line for the rest of the season. Right now, everybody kind of new to him. Everybody's still learning him, and even the coach and even the players on his team. So as they get more acclimated and get more better and get more synergy and chemistry, they got to start watching out for how a team is going to switch up and find different ways to guard him. And that's for Lauri to go into the room, study some film, study some footage, and realize I can always get this shot, I can always get this done, and I can knock down threes and space out the floor and come off screens. It's a value to have a guy that's 7 feet that can do the things that he can do. And not only that, he's 20 years old, which means you can add and up his arsenal and make him even more ridiculous. The dude is giving you 16 points and 42 from the 3 and 45 from the field, which is high volume, and 78 from the free throw line, and he's still giving you 9 rebounds a game. The only thing I say about that is his stats is a little inflated because Zach LaVine is not there. He's going to take some shots away from him. Chris Dunn is just getting acclimated. They're going to have Cameron Payne. He probably going to get some minutes. And Robin Lopez is going to get minutes. And Mirotic, he might get some more touches. But as more people come around, more people get into the system, and more people come to the team, he's going to have to find his niche and find a way to stay effective, like I said before. But the team is not fully healthy. The team don't have all their players yet, so we don't really know how they're going to function, how good they're going to be, because based off their record, they're a terrible team, but this team don't have all their pieces together, and they just now got a little bit more of them. But if anything, I like that they got this guy now because he's going to be a versatile player for them. Even if he doesn't become a Dirk Nowitzki, which is a superstar, NBA champion, NBA MVP, he can at least be a solid quality player that can space the floor and rebound the basketball. And sometimes, because he's not really a rim protector to me, but sometimes get some blocks, sometimes cover some space, and sometimes at least use some verticality because he is 7 feet and long and lanky. So at worst case, he's just a floor spacing big. Best case, he becomes a better shooter. He becomes more consistent. He finds way to stay effective. He finds way to continue to make his teammates better, playing within and without and with being the system. And if they really want to build around this guy, I can see that in the future too. So they don't really have that many pieces. If Chris Dunn and Zach LaVine don't pan out, or they don't re-sign, well, they'll become restricted free agents before they be able to become regular free agents. So if everything goes well, I like this trade for the Bulls like I did before. And that was before we seen Lauri play in the NBA and Summer League. But best case scenario, it's an even trade because Jimmy Butler put the Wolves over top so far. They're a playoff team. They're a tough team. He's a shot maker. He's a game. He's clutch. He's a shot maker. He's a difference maker on the defensive end, and he gives them another playmaker. On this team, you get a team that's better than Derrick Rose and Jimmy because they have Zach LaVine, they have Chris Dunn, they have Lauri that can all space out the floor. You still have Mirotic, you still have Lopez inside when you have to play big and play long. If they try to put a player in like Nurkic or Brook Lopez that like to bang in the paint, you still have that. Even DeAndre Jordan and Dwight Howard, you still have that size. You still have that box out ability, and you still have that length. So what I'm saying is the Bulls didn't really turn out as bad as we thought, and we only really got a chance to see Lauri so far because Dunn and Zach just came back, and Zach is still out. So this trade is looking better than what people thought. I said that from the beginning. And Lauri, the question now is, can he win Rookie of the Year? Ben Simmons is averaging damn near a triple-double. It's going to be hard for him to do it. Hard for him to beat Ben Simmons, but 16-9 ain't bad. That's competitive numbers because they're going to score around the same points. They're going to get around the same rebounds. The problem that he's going to have is, can he affect the game like Ben Simmons? And it looks like no, but he's not going to have the assists, but he might have the three-point numbers that can help him out. And he's on a bad team, so he's going to get a lot of attempts. He's going to get a lot of shots just because he's on a bad team, and that's going to allow him to put up more numbers. So we'll see what happens. Right now, it looked like an even trade. Like I said before, I didn't think the trade was as bad. I didn't think it was that terrible. And seeing how he's playing now, it looks even better. If Zach LaVine can come back even better and even just become a little bit of himself, which is just catch and shoot and make plays every once in a while, that can be good. And Chris Dunn seems like he's going to be solid, and he looks like he's going to be the future point guard. And he's a defensive point guard, and he's an athletic point guard, and he's a guy that can shoot respectably. He's a respectable shooter, and he's a guy that can slash and create at the same time, get his shot off pretty much when he wants to. He just got to get back used to playing this game. So let me know what you guys think. Can Lauri win Rookie of the Year? Is he a buzz? Is we just overreacting? Is it just because he's on a bad team and he's getting shots because of that, but he still has to make them, he still has to take them, and he still has to be able to do it consistently, and he has been able to do that right now. So let me know what you guys think about Lauri Markkanen and the Chicago Bulls. Let me know what you guys think about the trade. And right now it's looking pretty good for both teams, but right now we still can't tell about the future. To me, future-wise, I think the Bulls win. Right now, the Wolves might win for the first 2-3 years if they make the playoffs, because that's what they really wanted to do anyway. But the Bulls, future-wise, we don't. It's the ceiling is high for me because I like all three players that they got. Plus, if they lose, the best part about it is they get another top 10 pick. And that's even more beneficial for them because now they have Lauri, now they have Dunn, and then they have Zach LaVine, and now they got another top 10 pick to add on top of that if they do have a bad season. So it's a win-win for both teams, and it's a win-win for the Bulls. You win a lot of games, you surprise people. You lose a lot of games, you get a top 10 pick. Quinn Wade Basketball Nas signing out. Check out my website, NasPlayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, NasPlayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Check out the website, become a user, become a member, and check out the Facebook page. Like to show support. That's all I'm asking you guys to do. Quinn Wade Basketball Nas signing out. And let me know in the comment section below.